Democrats are getting testy over having to defend Joe Biden against a sexual assault allegation. For example, here's Nancy Pelosi.
Do you view this as a closed issue, or what is your response?
Well, it is for me. I have said I am proud to support Joe Biden for president. I believe him when he says it didn't happen, but I also believe him when he said let them look into the records, and that's what they should do. But I'm not going to answer this question again.
All right, Juan, is that good enough?
For Nancy Pelosi, she just said it's good enough. But, I'm going to, say something to you, Jesse, that I think most Democrats wouldn't say. I'll just say this as a political analyst. I think lots of Democrats, including, I think it's Martin Tochin, who wrote a letter, he's the founder of Politico, wrote a letter to the New York Times. He's just being very honest when he says for lots of Democrats, they just would rather focus on defeating Trump. That's where their energy is. And, that this issue about the charge, the lady's been heard, the story's been reported, and now you have Biden denying it. So where do we go? I think this is similar to a lot of people on the right, especially the evangelicals, who in the case of Trump say, you know what, we have other fish to fry, we're moving on. And I think they have to do it with a lot more charges than what faces Biden.
Okay, so Katie, is that the new standard now? If there's ever an allegation in the middle of a political run, one party just says, I believe him and let's move on, and that's pretty much it.
Well, Juan says that the woman has been heard, but that's not the standard. The standard is the woman must be believed, and that has been Joe Biden's standard for people like Brett Kavanaugh and for college campuses for young men who are simply accused without any evidence of some kind of sexual abuse. So that's the issue at hand here, is the own standard that Democrats have issued for everybody else that they don't want to hold themselves to. And it's interesting to watch Nancy Pelosi try to navigate this, because you do have a revolt happening in parts of the party who are saying, we want a full investigation of Joe Biden. And she's used to all the Democrats lining up behind and pushing and brushing this kind of bad behavior aside, whether it's from Ted Kennedy or Bill Clinton or other people. And so now she's in a political position where she has to worry about on Capitol Hill what she's going to do moving forward and whether they're going to launch some kind of investigation into Joe Biden.
Yeah, Dan, it does look like the momentum clearly is that this needs to be fully investigated before they move on.
Oh, no, they're just going to move on. And they're going to point to Joe Biden's interview and say that's all they need. And they are going to be quite comfortable with that. And kind of as a result, the bigger picture is that the Me Too movement has collapsed under the weight of the Democrats' hypocrisy. But that will be the consequence that they face.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, good line. All right, Greg, take us home.
Well, when they're saying case closed, we must move on, what they're saying is, we believe the woman, we don't care. Because the fact is, Joe has the reputation, and people. I actually admire a lot of these Democrats who are saying, I believe the woman, but I'm still voting for Joe Biden. That just shows it's, but the thing is, I want to commend Joe in rewarding his old dear drunken pal, Chris Dodd, with the plum job of helping to seek the VP, the female VP. I want everybody in America watching the show to go to Google and insert the words Chris Dodd and waitress, which will detail with witnesses in respectable places a sordid assault with witnesses of a young waitress in a restaurant. So how effing clueless does Joe have to be to drag Chris Dodd, some old white lech, back into the news, which will keep this story alive? I mean, I guess Harvey Weinstein was busy making license plates, so he had to pick Chris Dodd. Chris Dodd, why are you rewarding your old friend who has a reputation? And now that's just going to keep this story going. How stupid is Joe Biden? Lots.
Well, at least Chris Dodd's search committee is going to spend a lot of money on drinks and tips at restaurants. We definitely know that. All right.